Oops. Back for more for my 24-hour being awake, not stream, recording session. This probably isn't very complex. Fire missile, fire missile. I don't know why I'm looking at the instructions. Is there... Let me see. Alright. Sorry, just getting a text. Alright. One player. So I decided to get a little classic arcade NAMCO thing. Figured I would go ahead and play some classic games. You know what I'd like to do is get a Switch and play some old school Nintendo games and Super Nintendo games, just cause, come on. You know, who doesn't love a little bit of Mario? A little bit of Mario 3. You know, I'd like to try to play Dragon Age again. I think I got mostly through Dragon Age 3 or 2, I forget which one it was. But I would like to give it another shot. I kinda got stuck on one part. Oops. I am terrible at this game. Oh, whoops. Rewind feature. Rewind a while ago? Sure. There, see? And you can rewind. That's cool. Kind of a primitive rewind feature, but you can essentially turn back the time on this game. Probably because this is like a little proprietary emulator. Does everything that the new emulators these days do that the kids are playing. So let me find something to talk about. And these are all just like I don't want to say non sequiturs. They're just. Sorry, I'm tired. Sorry, let me clarify again. I'm tired, and I'm having trouble finding the words sometimes. Having trouble finding the words right now. But these are just all offhand. Not even offhand. Just off the cuff topics. I'm using all the words that like aren't associated with any of this. These are just off the cuff topics. There you go. It doesn't really matter if I rewind at this point because I'm just playing. Just have something on in the background just while I kind of mindlessly drone on. Then I had a topic I want to talk about, but I forgot which one I want to talk about. I'm like so like into this now. I'm like trying to. This is basically Galaga, but it was like prepackaged as like Galagex or something. I have no idea. Alright, let me just think of something to talk about real quick. Okay, so how about just a random thing in my life? Like, the first time I played Galaga. Well, I don't remember the first time I played Galaga, but I remember the first time that someone showed me how to let your guy be taken by the little control guy. I didn't know you could have your man stolen from you, and you can get him back and get like a double. I don't know if that's in this game too. But I remember back when I worked in the car wash. Oh, I could talk about car wash stuff too. Probably forget I want to talk about car wash stuff in a minute. Wait. Got him. Back when I worked at a car wash in Henderson, Nevada, there was this pizza place next to where I worked, and sometimes when I went on break, because this was before I had a smartphone, not before smartphones, but before I had a smartphone, I would go to the pizza place next to the car wash where I work, and every time on break, I would go and just play the arcade games that they had there, because they had classic arcade cabinets, and that's what I would do on my break. And that's what I would do on my break. And that's what I would do on my break. And of course, the high scores were already like made by champions. Like the champions of arcade games already like set the records on those machine cabinets. But I would go and play, Donkey Kong and all that stuff. Galaga, Space Invaders. They had all the classic arcade cabinets, so I liked going there and playing a few games at that place. You kind of talk about my lunch breaks in general. So one habit that I have, at least that I have right now, is whenever I go to a place that I really enjoy, I tend to go there a lot. Too much. When I really like a place, I go there too much. And there's this place that I used to go to on my lunch breaks back when I was working in the car wash, called Samurai Sam's, which may not be the most PC place to go eat, but you know what? It was owned by someone who was Asian, so maybe they were related to samurais. I don't know. But they saw that I came in a lot, and so without telling me, one day they just started giving me white meat only, which is something that they charge extra for. So they start giving me white meat only, which is like $1.25 extra, or something like that, or like 75 cents extra, something like that. But eventually, I stopped going there because I don't really like the white meat as much as the dark meat. At least I don't like exclusively having white meat, which is why I stopped going there for a while, and I came back just one day, and then she's like, "Oh, like I noticed you haven't been here for a while. I've been giving you special bowls because you've come here so often." I'm like, "Oh, special bowls?" Because I'm like, "Oh, are they bigger or something?" Because I'm already like getting the basic one that, the one size bowl. And she goes, "Yeah, I've been giving you only white meat." And I go, "Oh, I actually don't want only white meat. I want the dark meat." And that's actually what kind of kept me from going there. As I was like, "Oh, the quality of the meat is not the same. Like they're like skimping out on the meat or something." Turns out she was giving me the extra costlier meat. But I stopped going because, wait, this is hard. And I started going to, it's funny, there was like 2 teriyaki bowl places like right next to each other. There was Samurai Sam's and then Crazy Teriyaki. Yeah, this is such a weird name for a company. Crazy Teriyaki. And their rice was better, so I eventually just started going there all the time. And I think the sauce was better too. I don't really remember, but I remember liking it a lot more. I'm just rambling at this point. Don't mind me rambling, or just stop watching the video if you don't want to hear me ramble. But I remember one time I was eating at that new teriyaki chicken place called Crazy Teriyaki. And I remember hearing some construction workers talk about in-network and out-of-network health insurance policies. And in Nevada, or maybe around other places too, I don't know. I don't know if this will still be a thing in the future, but you have in-network and out-of-network doctor's offices for your insurance policy, your health insurance policy. And one thing that I noticed that doctor's offices maybe still do, or used to do at least, they would say, yeah, we take your insurance. Like if you say like, hey, do you take Blue Cross Blue Shield? Hey, do you take this? Hey, do you take that? They'd say, yeah, we take it. What they don't tell you is that they're not in network with it, so that even though they take it, it's the same way of them saying like, oh yeah, you can give us your paper plate macaroni mask of a monkey you made in 7th grade, or when you were 7 years old. Oh, you wanna give us a glitter, like a glitter paper mache piece of art you made when you were 4 years old? Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, they'll take it. Just like they'll take your out-of-network insurance. But it doesn't mean anything because they won't use it as a method of payment. And so I heard these construction worker guys talking about like, oh, I can't believe this, and I had just gotten this whole spiel from HR about how the first thing you always need to ask a doctor's office is, are you in network? And that's even till this very day, I always ask, are you in network? One convenient thing that most health insurance cards have these days, though, are websites and phone numbers to just call like on the card that just show you like a list of all the doctors you can go to. But I have pretty good insurance, so I don't really have issues with that. I can just kind of go somewhere. PPO, baby. You know PPO? Yeah, you know me. Darn. No, go back. Go back. Alright. See if I make the same exact mistake. Nope. Won't do it. Ha 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 ha. Got him. Alright. I should probably just... I'll pick up the recording from next time.